Се наоѓаме во центарот на градот Скопје. Овде сме да ги слушнеме импресиите на нашите туристи. Тоа се нашите пријатели Даг од Англија и Алекс од Норвешка. First of all, I would like to say that I'm glad and thankful for being guests at Nova. Let's go to the straight question. How did you end up here in Skopje, exactly Macedonia?
By mistake more than anything. It was getting too cold up north, and I decided that minus 15 was a bit too much. I checked the weather maps and your country seemed a little bit warmer, so I decided to travel down this way. Went to Bulgaria first by mistake as well, and then had to get a bus here. Yeah, I'm glad I came.
Alex, what about you? How did you come here? How did you end up in Macedonia?
I don't know, man. I don't know, really. It's a long story. It's a long story. I don't know if I should tell you all the details, you know, but I'm going to Greece and I'm staying here for like a little while. So, I don't know, man. I like this place. And it's cheap, man. It's cheap, man. You know, so you can stay here for a while if you're from Western Europe, you know. I'm not rich from where I come, you know, but out here, you know, it's like people just have so little money, man. It's just up, you know what I mean? Because out here, just the little I have, you know, it's so much more, you know. And I don't even know, man.
Well, let's talk about the first impressions to both of you. When you ended up here, the first people you've met, how would you describe your how would you describe your impressions from people? Are they warm? Are they welcome people? Or
I think the Macedonian hospitality is wonderful. From travelling down south, you know, you do meet different types of people. The hospitality seems a lot warmer as you travel down, but you have to be a bit careful. You know.
Why careful?
People do tend to take advantage sometimes. They use their hospitality and pleasantness to, you know, get inside your heads.
What's your first impression of the people here?
I think it's cool. I think most people are very welcoming, but also there's a lot of these dark sides, you know what I mean? You know, the first day I got here, I was very paranoid, man, because people were looking at me like, "Oh, this is a real right here, man," you know. And you know, the first day I got here, you know, I went into a bar. And you know, I paid 500 for a beer, like 500 dinars, man. It cost 75 euros. No, dinars. And you know, it was like there was some shady looking at the bar, man. So I wasn't gonna go complain like this, you know. You know, it's to me, man. I don't even understand why they would try to rip me off for so little, man.
The further east you go, I think the hospitality and the warm feeling you get from people is because they want to join the West, they want to be part of us, they want to embrace us. It's good. It's a good feeling. But you do meet an air of suspicion at times. You know, nobody says anything to you, nobody outrightly says anything to you, but the looks you get, you know, the people passing in the street, they seem very suspicious. The first Macedonian man I met asked me if I was a Western spy. I don't know.
Secret agent.
Secret agent. I'm far
from being a secret agent. Huh?
No way.
Does something in particular catches your eye from these buildings, or maybe the monument of Alexander? Is it something catchy to you when you see it at first?
You know, it looks really new. Everything just looks new. You know, I've been in the countrysides, you know, around all over Eastern Europe, man. I came from Budapest and I went through Serbia to Greece and Bulgaria. And, you know, it doesn't look like the rest of the place, you know what I mean?
Is it more beautiful?
Yeah. It's like, but you know, it has, even the countryside, it has its charm, you know? It's like, it's very beautiful, but at the same time, it's very run down, you know? It's like, there's no, like maintenance, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man, somebody just kind of left it there, man. Somebody kind of left it there, you know? And they're focusing on the on the centers, the tourist spots, you know, to just, I don't know, try to impress us or something like this, you know. But, you know, at the same time, it kind of feels wrong, you know, because, I don't know, man, they're just leaving the people out of it or something. They're just going for the gimmick, so to speak. Like, you know, they're afraid of looking bad, you know, they're afraid of looking bad, man. In a way, I can understand this, because nobody wants to look bad, you know, but still, they're focusing on the wrong things, man, because there's so much bad things going on, man. Because, you know, I feel bad for the people here. Kind of, there's so much poverty, you know. There's one guy told me there's no middle class in Macedonia, man. There's no middle class here anymore. There's just rich people and they're really poor people, you know.
Both of you were traveling a lot,
Yeah.
and that's something that should inspire people.
Yeah.
Have you seen any place around Europe or world? I don't know where exactly you have been. Do you have any city, town, place that reminds you a little bit of Skopje?
No, I think Skopje is quite unique. My first impression when I walked into your town square is, wherever you look, there's another statue. It's just amazing. You know, the more you look, the more statues you see. You know, I know this place has got Skopje's got a lot of history, and obviously a lot of these statues are to signify that.
I don't think I've been to like any place like this, but you know, and I've been traveling through like former Yugoslavia, and you know, it has similarities, but you know, still it doesn't get as Skopje as this. You know what I mean? It's still Skopje, man. It's different. It's very different in some ways, but in some ways you know, I come from Western Europe, and basically all of Eastern Europe is just the same to me when I came here, you know. So it still has a lot of this Eastern European thing to it, you know, and it's still Skopje, you know. It's just Skopje, but still there's a lot of statues here for some reason.
My last questions would be if you have learned any word, Macedonian word, or
Fala.
Fala.
Fala. Rakia.
You've mentioned what?
Rakia, man. Rakia, man. Get that stuff, man. It's so good, man.